We are almost ready, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few more moments, and we are going to get this show on the road. We're almost ready. There we go. I got a silly video going on here, but I don't need it. What I really want to do, actually, uh, we're going to. Man, that thing was getting hot. Let's look at something fun real quick. Chord maze. Not corn maze, chord maze. My cable management system is not working at the moment. What? No, I'm very curious about that. I want. Oh. There we go. We're gonna check this out. This was a year ago. Man, that was so sad. So, Ola learns, "Children of Bodom, are you dead yet?" There we go. Oh yeah. Ola England is a master of his craft.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to
That was nice.
Learns, the video series where I
This is
take
24
a song
minutes, but
and sit down and I try to learn it on the spot. The song of the day is from Children of Bodom. It's called "Are You Dead Yet?" And you might ask, Ola, why did you pick this song? Is it because it's the most popular one on Spotify right now? No, that's not why I decided to pick this song. I picked this song because it seems to be the least technical out of Children of Bodom songs. I mean, Children of Bodom are incredible, but they're on a completely different level than I am. And, you know, Are You Dead Yet? It seems like something I will be able to play, to be honest. In before this, I have been listening to the song a fair bit of times just to get it into my head, just a little quicker to recognize different parts and whatnot. And I have been listening to the solo, and I think I'm not going to be able to make it today, but I'm going to give it a shot anyways, at least, okay? The tuning for this song is in drop C. So you have a standard D, and then a drop C at the bottom.
it's pretty standard for metalized tuning,
I've
right?
loaded up the song in Logic, and I'm also adapted the tempo of the project to this song as well. So as of right now, you can see the tempo is 96.0017. This is something that you can do in Logic. It does it automatically. With this, I can cycle different sections, and then I'm going to be able to loop them, and it's just going to be easier for me to figure out things. Let's head straight into it. The first riff.
Right? Here we go.
Man. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Pretty straightforward in the intro. Okay. So now, for instance, okay, this section right here, it's actually not hard to hear what he's playing in that part because his picking is really clear and nice. But, you know, I can go in and use vary speed, for instance, in Logic, so I can slow down the track.
That's awesome.
Makes it a lot easier for me to analyze.
I never
So
know.
we have okay. I don't know why, but that section right there is throwing me off. All right. Shut off the vary speed. Oh. Okay, let's go back. The vary speed in Logic is that, you know, I slowed it down to 32%, and then I can push myself to go, you know, faster and faster until I get to the actual song speed. So also good that I can loop this, because then I can practice it over and over again and just continue. It's really good. Ah. Okay, I'm already kind of sore in my arm already. Oh. We only like 1 second into the song and I'm already struggling. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it at slower speeds, man. All right, what is he playing there? It sounds different. Is he playing different in this speaker than in this speaker? Maybe I can I do this? I can, okay. If you have a hard time hearing what's being played, just, you know, pan the stereo file and you will just listen to one of the guitars instead. A lot easier to hear, man. Damn. Okay, what's being played on the other side? Okay. Okay. Nailed. Shit. Okay. But still, yeah, man, that's still shit. I forgot that I was at minus 22 in speed. Let's try it up to speed then. Oh. I need to get that up to speed. Ah! I lost it. I lost it. I played it too many times, I think. I do not feel normal when I play that riff. It's like that. We're still only in like the 5 first seconds of the song. Okay, moment of truth. Ah. Okay, I can nail it, but okay, what is that? Yeah. So it's actually an extra two beats in that one. So. Oh. Oh my god, okay, okay. Let's continue, shall we? Okay, same riff. Basically, it's a variation on the first riff. What is happening? Okay. You think that you can figure out this stuff when you've been pre-listening to the song a lot, but you know, it's not actually until you sit down with a guitar that you realize that it's tough. Okay, okay, fairly close. That sounds like a Meshuggah interval, yeah. There it is. What? Is that what he's playing? And then string skipping to here? Dude, what? That's gonna be really tough to play clean, man. Dude, that's gonna be really tough to get it clean. Okay, it continues here. Let's concentrate on the right guitar. It's just gonna be easier. They're playing different things, man. Oh. So, all right. I'm gonna sit and practice this a lot, but I'm not gonna be able to play that solo today. I'm just gonna test it up to speed. It's not gonna happen.
Good God! Nice!
Alright, so now I practiced the song a couple times. Let me do a short little playthrough and let's just see how it goes. And let's do it without the click this time.
That's nice. totally digging that. Tear me apart, but I don't care anymore. He's doing a great job. Phenomenal job. Will always see tainted, less polluted soul from your body.
Close enough. Oh my god. Holy shit. I have 2 minutes left on this camera, or right there. 4 minutes over there. I have to wrap this up, man. Holy shit, what a fucking beast of a song. And it just says a lot about Alexi's skill and just, you know, Children of Bodom in general. Holy shit, man. It's definitely not an easy band to cover. I mean, this song is probably one of their easiest ones, and I'm having a really hard time with it right there. But I feel like I can't do the solo justice, not in this short amount of time. So I'm gonna continue practice this, and I'm gonna make a proper cover of this song. And you just have to wait a little bit extra for that. If you like this video, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. All the earned ad money of this video will probably go to Children of Bodom, rightfully so. So if you want to support me directly, you can get some merch from my website, oldlanguageshop.com. Subscribe, like, share this video maybe. Thank you so much for watching, and also give me suggestions of other songs you want to see me learn in Ola Learns. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
That was really cool. I've never seen him do that. He's one of my favorite just personalities for YouTube. He's one of the newest members of The Haunted, which The Haunted's been around for a long time. And his style is, I don't want to say conflicting with some of The Haunted's earlier works before he showed up, but he definitely brings a different, a darker tone or darker feel to their sound and how the music is written. So, which is really cool. I like it, but nonetheless, it's a He's excellent. He's got his own guitar brand. He's got a very popular YouTube channel. Ola England is a very he's a cool guy. I like him all around. All right. So we are going to get into some Tyranny here, and I was hoping Talls would be here by now. Because I don't remember what we were doing yesterday. Radix is waiting for your return at Howling Rock. Report back to him and begin the next step of the plan. Okay, where are we? We are at Howling Rock. We need to find Radix. He's right there. Down here. Oh, do I have to like climb down something? I bet you have to climb down here. Something like that. Oh. Everybody's moving right about.
Will do.
Ola England, so much fun. I'm almost tempted to do the grab a drink instead of playing games. And it sounds fun to do in the middle of the week. And the best thing is I don't have to worry about getting up early and being anywhere, so I can do that. Radix Iron Core. Sir, the disfavored officer. Sir, the disfavored officer tips his head to you in greeting. What's the orders from Ash? As you can see, the commander is raring to go. The Iron Guard stares at you both. Stares at the both of you without moving, utterly austere and unamused. Baby brother does not understand the notions of patience. A mountain cannot be moved by force, though try as he might. Well, with enough force you can move just about anything, even a mountain. It just takes a really long time to do a mountain, that's all. Because you're doing it like chunk by chunk. He sighs and clasps his hands back behind him. But yes, I too would know of your plans. This is gonna bring this right over here. Alright, odd 1, even 2 on a d20. 2. Okay. No orders as of yet. We're just not ready to get it on with you, bro. You're just not worthy of getting it on with me. Spell creation. Oh, what is this? Atrophy. Nice. Oh, maybe we can. Okay. What is this? Withering Cloud. Nice. Oh, that's really nice. So it requires 70. I got... Oh, no. 95, 10, no. No. 80. increase the range by a hair. Well, you know what? We're going to uh, let it cycle quicker. All right, assign. We're going to assign it to that. And then we can assign that one to you right there. Nice. Okay. Sells Tesla panels. Okay. We've got some spells. What is this? Sigil of Frost, which is that one. What was this? Sigil of Illusion. Concussive Bolt. That's this one right here. Do we have anything that we can? No, Concussive Bolt is in and of itself the only thing that it can be. This is the Ice Path Frost. The Ice Path. What all do I have on here? Control Frost, and we're 89. Of course, 70 might be all that I give it. Let's look at some other things before I... 95. 25. 95, yeah. I think, that's gonna be it for that. What is up with illusion? Force. Mischievous Mass. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, Mischievous Mass is nice. I can't tack it onto you, but we can assign it to you. Oh, what do you got? Concussive Bolt. That's a assign it where there used to be a concussive bolt. This could be a very illuminating thing. Oh. Yes. All right. Some slight modifications in there. Oh. All right. Everybody's wanting attention today. A brutal and effective tactic. At least it promises to dwindle down the enemy, though, through starvation. It might still be more than the chorus deserves. Not to question the Archon's will, it strikes me as warlike, but unbecoming of the disfavored. Alright, what are we gonna tell Barrick? Odd one, even two on a d20 roll. 17, which is an odd. So, considering a fair point, considering that we are both here to follow orders. True enough. I don't mean to cast doubt on the mission, but let this serve as a reminder that the work of perfecting our methods is never finished, even in total obedience. Good. Then it is as we expected. I have seen to the initial preparations, but as I have informed Cadus, we will commence when the Tellurian alignment is ideal for inducing a peak tectonic paroxysm and not a span sooner. The lieutenant succumbs to a palm down in front of his face. See? Unbridled and raring to go. There is no way the enemy will get the drop on us first. However, Radix continues, ignoring his brother's exasperated interjection, there is an imperative matter remaining that we must attend to before the ritual can begin. I deployed a drove of Earthshakers to excavate required Azurolith loads from the neighboring reign of Gulf Glow. The problem is they haven't hightailed it back yet, or dispatched a missive. I don't have a D5, so I use a D6, and then if I roll a 6, I just re-roll. Makes sense to me. 2. You want me to rescue the Earthshakers? Damn right. If you find them alive and kicking, tell them to get their ruddy asses back here, fast. But don't forget about the crystals. Acquiring them is our top priority, as the entire mission rests on the ritual's success. Shouldn't be a problem. The Fatebinder and I make a habit of whipping soldiers into line and collecting shiny baubles. You could almost call it a pastime. Yeah, have you seen my inventory? I have felt discordant tremors resonating from the Gulf Glow, but I fear the tribe that first welcomed us as brethren of Karn, now wish to only to bathe the land in our blood. Their primitive attunement to the Terran Arcanum of this region is pitiable. They should be begging us to teach them of our ways, yet instead they seek to lay claim to our Archon and Scrabble to prevent us from utilizing the abundant Azurolith of the realm. He stomps the ground hard enough that a crevice splits between him and Cadus, causing the lieutenant to cautiously ease back. One day, I will crush the savages beneath the very stones they worship. You can count on me to help. The brother shares a look, and Radix once more falls stoic. Without the Azurolith to amplify Karn's remaining energy, transmuting it into a miasmic substance would be pointless. The area effect would be unavailingly minimal. You need a cup to hold a liquid. Makes sense. If the liquid in question is the volatile essence of a slowly dying Archon, known for his near indestructible nature, well, it stands to reason you best use the sturdiest goblet you can find. You have my word that I will do my best to aid the Earthshakers and retrieve Azurolith loads. The loads. clothes. Clothes. Sir, the lieutenant salutes you with resounding clang of his fist against his chest. Don't be long, and don't die on us. Meet with Earthshakers at Guffalo Falls. Collect 3 shards of Azulith. I gotta run all the way back there. Did we go in here last time? Were we even allowed to go in here? Yes, I don't have all the rubbings to unlock the hall yet. That's what I remember. Now I gotta go back. Guess while we're waiting for the team to show up, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Normally, I don't buy things in a can unless it's something like a one shot that I've never had before. But Shiner, every year they do a support the troops movement type buy. I think Budweiser did it one year. But my whole point is that I found a 12 pack of Shiner and they were like, hey, look, buy this, support the troops. So it was buying the 12 pack of Shiner cans is the way to do it because I guess they donate a portion to troops, which is what I want. Nonetheless, I'm not too fond of drinking out of cans. I call it can funk. But it does have a tendency to, look, the Azure Spire, Exclude Gorge. Gulf Glow Old Walls. There we go. The beastmen seem to melt from the soil and stone, rising from crouches or dropping from outcroppings, each covered head to claw in matted slate gray fur and reeking of blood and decay. They circle you, patting on bare knuckle and foot, eyes flashing jaundiced yellow, lips twisted back from filthy fangs. Doesn't matter to me what we do. That's where the dice come in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty simple there. So get a nice roll going. 1. All right. Gonna throw down. I do believe the call was to slaughter them all. Oh wow. They're already at it. I want to try Mischievous Mass. Okay, Mischievous Mass was not that great. There's more. And there, Withering Cloud. Okay, why can't my character... There we go. What is going on? Hey, Talls, how's it going?
Can't move. I'm trapped in place.
Oh.
Will do. I can't move. Uh-huh.
Oh, I got you all. Wasn't expecting that fight, that's for sure. Kind of took me off guard there for a moment.
Will do.
Usually the battle, like, has a moment before it begins, and that was just like, scene started, fight begins. Yeah, nothing much has happened. Pretty much, oh look, a little bit of loot. We're pretty much just on task to get things completed. So we got to go to Gulf Glow Old Walls, rescue the Earth Shaker mages there, pick up crystals, take them back to Radix so they can finally get rid of the Archon Karn and finish off the thing. You know what I'm talking about. So we can get rid of Karn and like the curse will be lifted. I can't think of what it's called now at the moment. Lift the edict. Yeah, remove the edict. The curse. Whoa, Fate Binder! I've done my duty! You can't drag me back there! Yeah, yes, the edict. Not the curse, the edict. Oh. Let me correct that. It's the edict, not the curse. Alright. probably already answered this, but I'm gonna think that number 2 is probably like the most the best answer. But my other question was going to be, or my other suggestion would have been like that you could just like go for number 4 and kick him out of the conversation already, but we'll go with number 2. Beastmen, they're the blood, so much blood. They'll slaughter us all. Please, just let me flee. You're safe. You're safer now. So, tell me what's happened. After the sea split, I thought I'd make a living by map with the land. I know the area well enough, so the Earthshakers hired me to guide them. They were looking for some kind of precious stone. But those stone stalkers seems to have other plans. When we got further in, they were there already, guarding the shards. One of them beasts nipped at an Earthshaker, so I fled. I've done my job, Fatebinder. Getting ripped to shreds isn't part of it. Basilon. Just favorite? Alright. Fatebinder. The Earthshaker pounds his chest once in a salute. He casts a sideways glance to Lycon before speaking. Ignore this, coward, and allow me to enlighten you on our situation. I assume you've come to aid us. Yes, we have, actually. Well, you don't need me with the Fatebinder here. You two want to go at it with the Beastmen. It's your funeral. I'm out of here. Retreat! He retreated. You've impeccable timing, as we seem to have entangled ourselves in a rather bloody rumble with the Beastmen. Well, one, Radix did fear that they had been felled by the Beastmen of the region, but he doesn't know, so he sent us. Three. I enjoy a good battle. Then I'd be happy to have you on our side. Although, I'd prefer it to come to an understanding without further shedding blood. I'll take the Azuroliths by force if push comes to shove. We would not be out here in the middle of Cairo's only nose if it weren't wholly necessary. You see, the Azurolith loads in this region are incredibly important. They're what lured Karn from his campaign orders to the Stone Sea to begin with, and their refractive properties will enable us to amplify the phase velocity of his remaining energy. Those are some fun technical terms to blab off. It's like listening to some Star Trek jargon. Alright. We hired a local scavenger to show us where he had seen a high concentration of crystal loads. Thus he led us here. At first, the Beastmen were amenable to our request. But shortly after our excavations began, they become wrought with anger. Apparently, we're stealing from their ancestors, or some such foolery. There is what appears to be a leader among them, Red Fang, but she retreated into the spire before I could bring her to reason. Now we're trapped in a vicious standoff, and I'm hesitant on how to proceed. All right. I'll speak with Red Fang, uh, and bring her to reason. All right, excellent, Fatebinder. Be quick about it if you could. I can't say the tribes have a reputation for patience, and I would like to avoid a conflict if possible. Mhm.
Interesting.
There you go. That was weird. I hit that trap and I wasn't allowed to like climb down the wall. Why was there a trap there? Growl all you want, beast man. I'm taking the rocks. Oops. I guess they do. Probably less so because I don't have as much hair on my face now, but I can see how it's still applicable in some ways. Long Claw's Rage, two-handed axe. I don't have a character that uses a two-handed weapon at the moment. I mean, I do, but they're all kind of like sort of assigned. Where are all these traps coming? Why are all these traps in the middle of this land? There's nothing hostile here. Well, nothing hostile yet. Might change here in a minute. Okay. Alright, so this is where I couldn't get past earlier. Alright. Wander no closer, human. Flee now or explain presence in Stonelands. The Beastman hunkers forward, muscles bunching in readiness to strike. A menacing growl rumbles low from the back of his throat. Even mentioned tribe's elder teeth, and Beastman will pitch human's body to the ground below. I guess one is kind of a lie because we are after the teeth. So one is a half-truth. No. Red Fang does not wish to speak with humans. Leave now, and Beastman will let human live. Oh. 3 is a total lie, because we've already slaughtered one Beastman tribe. 2, I've been taking the crystals already, so technically 2 is also a lie also. I am Faith Binder of Tunon, not some petty, teeth-stealing traveler. You will let me through. You've gained favor with the Stonestalker tribe. Wow. The Beastman slits his silvered eyes wary. He sits back on his haunches, but his muscles jump with a mixture of excitement and fear, thrill and terror. He lolls a pale tongue out the side of his mouth, smirking. Fine, enter at your own peril, human. Oh, we gained a level from climbing down a rock. Nice. Look at all this loot down here. My personal goals are to ransack everything until we get closer to the end of the game, where I'm just going to sell it all. That was all? I wanted to get down there that bad, and there just was not. Kind of disappointed at that. Yes, climb back up there. That would be really funny, is to be able to pass a roll to like go one direction through something, and then not be able to like pass the roll to get back up. A weird way to like lose a character. Sorry guys, can't follow you back up there. My skill level's only at 12. Landry is leveled up. In fact, we didn't even level up once yesterday. Let's give him a quick level up. Rolled a 1. Attack ability, well, I guess it can't hurt anybody. You're better mage though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that puts us here. 1 and 2. This is 1, 2. Roll an odd on this. Roll an even for that. And that way. 19. Odd. So, penetrating throw. Improves Lanchi's thrown weapon attack range. Adds armor penetration. Oh. Well, he probably definitely needs that. Maybe we'll hear, this weapon is utterly useless. Maybe less than that. Oh look, there's a box right there. And if I have a correct hunch about this, time to get a good rest in. And now we'll go talk to Red Fang.
Those Earthshakers have picked a tussle with Beastmen. Doubt this will end in laughs.
Beastmen are shaped really weird. At least when they put them in these little things, it's like the breasts are like really like they they just don't look like they naturally hang that way. It's like they spend all day holding them apart like that. And they just get stuck there. In a hunched over matter, of course. Who pads here? Soft, soft, slow. Who braves to approach Red Fang? Guard eyes of stone stalkers, old walls dead. Speak, human, quick, quick, explain. Grimly, she spreads a grin, revealing teeth as dappled and brown as her muddy eyes. Or Red Fang will rip trespasser's jaw from head. Well, we're not technically trespassing because you let us through. What in Karn's name are you doing? What in Carnation? I wonder if we just completely ignored Red Fang and unlocked the tower, if that would affect the choices. But it probably wouldn't. They're probably scripted in two separate paths. So. Two. The dispute you're having with the Earthshakers. We can only resolve this peacefully. Or we can resolve it through bloodshed. Ironclad, reeking of death and lies, comes slinking to Beastwoman. Wants to cry for peace. She yips and growls, hackles, raising as she lumbers towards you. No, human, disfavor will not have peace with Beastwoman. She howls in rage, lunging for your throat. It's not like we didn't try. It's not like you didn't try. I'm not gonna. You can't blame anybody for that, can you? Is there something to blame? Oh.
Are you afraid of death?
I feel like I just licked a disease.
There we go. Making some progress.
Lift my feet.
Where is... Which one is Red Fang? Beastwoman, Beastman, Beastwoman Mystic, Red Fang, there we go.
I can't move! Can't do that. You learn something every day.
Alright, they're silenced.
Stop! What sort of nonsense is
Yes!
That one rattled me.
I can't move! I can't move!
Smashed to pieces.
Will do.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Face my iron.
I did that?
Oh, splat. The Azura Shield. I do believe... That's one of the items that Blended Mark would have us go fetch. The Azura Shield. And... Let's see. What is +2 parry when damaged? Okay. Well, that's a really nice shield. That's hard to be like, oh, this is totally worth it, when it does not feel like it's totally worth it. I have a big old two-handed axe, but that doesn't feel like it's worth it either. One-handed. Maybe. Now I'm just curious, which one is better? Oh, this one's definitely better. Main tree and all of your old... What is this? Legend of the Wise. Okay. I can replace something. Immunity to poison. Well, what is this grant? I'm gonna totally slap that on there. Immunity to poison is nice though. What is this? Lightning, Hydromancy, Lucky, and Tropic. Quickness. Well, as much as I thought it was going to be useful, it does not seem to be that useful at the moment. What was that? Yeah, I heard that. Okay. On to, what's going on here? Alright, take a relief. Incomplete charcoal ribbing of the Aura Spire. You'll see another opening there. Alright, we're going to level up real quick. We didn't do it at all yesterday. A 6. Fair. Alright, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and the next one over will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I'm gonna roll a D10 for an agility. for agility here. Feels weird. I haven't used a D10 in a while. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dual wield mastery seems like a skill that I don't need. That's what the dice say. That's what we're gonna roll with. And let's look at, where is the... Where's the charcoal rubbing? We just took the charcoal rubbing, so there should be like a thing for it. But I don't see it. Seeds of power, alright. Maybe we'll find it somewhere else. 59 athletics. Oh, look at that. Man, we're like cranking the levels out today. 1. Next, odd will be title, 4 will be Gravelight, or even will be Gravelight. 19 is odd. That leaves us with, thankfully, something. There's a bunch of skills at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right, so roll a D8. 6. Fair enough. Sounds useful. Okay, well, we don't have to deal with Red Fang anymore. Those beastmen are really hot-headed, and if they spent a little bit of time thinking about what's going to happen after they attack me, or what happens if they fail when they attack me, things would go a lot easier. But no, now I gotta fight all of them.
Heads up, we have company.
Oh, look at that. She already procced that thing. Nice.
Will do.
That poor beast man didn't even like.
Anyone else want some of this?
Take me if you can.
Sorry, I can't. This way.
On your knees,
I got it.
Ooh. Ugh. There's a creature in Conan the Destroyer, not the Barbarian, but Conan the Destroyer.
your days end here.
It's a
Wait! I did not. Nice!
Conan is trapped in this room of mirrors, and this creature like comes out and attacks him, and is practically invincible. So Conan, in his not so, I guess what you
More
could say,
tallies to the body count.
not being the most, well, not being the brightest character, stumbles across the ability. Oh, I can't climb down there during combat. That's
For the glory of Cairo!
they're over there fighting. I can't even like turn combat off.
For the
Oh,
glory of Kairos.
there you go.
Will do.
Not sure why y'all needed my help. Y'all seem to deal with all those beastmen relatively easily. Now, we gotta go talk to... Oh, that one. There's more.
I bring glory to my guild.
Splat! Return to Basselon. What is that? Okay, I gotta see if there's actually like something. Oh, it is there. It is there. All right. All right. Let's talk to Bastion first. Then we're gonna like go look at a scene from a movie. Oh, and if you're headed back to Howling Rock, could you take this crate of pure Azurolith specimens with you? I'm gonna guess that our next comment will be glare silently, which is fine. I've come to appreciate that. wish I knew how to do polls on here. I'm pretty sure you could do them on YouTube, but you can only. But I think there's a limited amount. Or like you gotta have like a cap. So I guess you can't constantly run polls on your channel or something. Yeah, let's clear. The party has received the harvested azurolith crystals. He cocks his head to the side thoughtfully. Actually, if these shards are to be used for the ritual, it couldn't hurt to harvest some extras. Maybe a few with more prominent striational patterns? Okay. Time to return to Radix. And then Radix was not at Halfgate. Jagged Jaw Maw Shrine? I'll know when we're at the map. Because half of it is a giant man encased in stone. This is not the map. It's this way. Okay, before I forget. When I was a kid, this scene was like, it was very, very iconic for me when I was a kid. And you know, I was only a few years old when this came out, but I remember watching it growing up. It was a regular thing for me to watch it. My parents had it on VHS. I think they recorded it off of TV. And when I was homesick, these are the things I would watch on TV. And this definitely reeks of 80s fantasy. Yeah, so the reason I'm reminded of this scene is when those beastmen die, it's the same thing that it's not the same thing, but it's like the same kind of like groaning howl that you get from this thing. Also, this was like one of the coolest things. Like, this thing was walking past copies of itself and just combining itself into one thing. And it's just like, they did almost such a good job of that being seamless that I was almost fooled that it's not real. Yeah, they really are creepy. I mean, they did a really good job making this creature creepy and disturbing. The giant tongue that barely fits in his mouth. Sharp, jagged, ugly teeth. doomy robe. This. Welcome to the WW World of Hyperion Wrestling. Mirror Monster is taking Conan to the ropes. Oh my god, he's got the sword! Ooh, see? Now he's killing beastmen. Ooh, every one of those is the death of a beastman. It's like so awkward. What the fuck is he doing? No. Alright. So, Conan figures it out. And, basically we get that the creature howls a lot and it sounds like the beastmen from the game. And that's pretty much all I wanted to get into. The first one, the first Conan, aged pretty well. I mean, it might not be in high definition, but there's no hokey 80s feel about it like that one had. I mean, it was a really gritty and dark film for itself. This is still the wrong place, isn't it? Okay. Those are... Oh, that's the Stone Stalker. Okay. This is the wrong area. But that movie, every time I watch clips of it, I'm like, oh man, that was a great movie. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It is so not that good. Are we at the Dawnspire? Howling Rock. There we go, Dawnspire. So, my opinion is that Conan the Destroyer probably needs to be remade correctly, and not necessarily with modern aesthetics, but with more of, it should have been more closer along the lines of where Conan was with the Barbarian or with the original Conan books and stuff. And the Destroyer was like so deep in the mid 80s that it couldn't escape the it couldn't escape the aesthetic of the era. Okay, here we go. Sorry for getting off topic there. Hours ago, 2 weary travelers assured you shelter and water, and awaited you at our trading outpost nestled within the remains of the old Azurian city, just a few leagues away. Now, standing along the edge of a cracked earthen pillar, you can confirm your hopes of resupply dashed. The old ruins have been relocated into the depths of a massive chasm. Some of the city remains visible, smashed against a steep escarpment directly beneath the cliff's edge. As your eyes trace the rubble trailing down the slope, you spy the telltale swirl of blue and white paint along the intact wall. Markers used to indicate granaries and armories and vaults. Though largely intact, the structure is precariously placed and bits of rubble constantly tumble down the side. Safety issue aside, it may be worth a look. Are we going to look, or are we going to skirt the edge? I think we should definitely take a look. Of course, let's take a look. The rocky slope leading to the vault is perilously steep. Losing your footing could mean a painful tumble to the unseen bottom. A faint few would likely survive. Rocks, roots, rubble line the way down, and may be strong enough to support your weight. Nearby, the remnants of a wood and rope bridge dangle over the edge, still tied to a single wooden anchor along the cliff's edge. So, I guess, use the remaining rope, carefully move down the slope on foot, climb down the remnants of the bridge, or we're not brave enough to take a look. How do we want to get down there? Climb, pick our way through, or rappel? I wonder if I roll a dice to see if I come up with the same thing that Talls comes up with. 2. I rolled a 2, but Talls says repel. We're going to repel. Within a few minutes, you are able to pull up the entirety of the fallen bridge. You carefully separate the wooden boards from the thick strands and coil of the free rope around a nearby tree, with the end of the line firmly tied around your waist. That's not how you repel, but but yes. I mean, I guess in a way, yes, it is. You slowly lower yourself down the slope, resting your feet upon any protruding stone, roots, or rubble that you can find. The descent is quick, and within moments, you find yourself leaning against the rear wall of the Azurian vault. Its thick walls conveniently smashed wide open. Rings and other valuables spilled upon the dusty slope like desert jetsam. You quickly scoop up as many items as you can, filling your pouches and rucksack. As you step closer to peer inside the vault, you feel the ground beneath you wobble disconcertingly. The earth belches a deep rumble, and the dirt around your feet rapidly begins to disintegrate. Like sand energetically spilling down a slope, the vault jerks suddenly, angling itself towards the gaps base before sliding down with the shifting dirt. Your rope continues to hold, allowing you to carefully raise yourself as your feet occasionally make contact with the receding slope. You pull yourself over the edge, heart racing but unharmed. Beneath you, the vault has completely vanished from view. Once more, unclaimed treasure of the Stone Sea. 320, 325. That was a lot of copper rings. That was a lot. And, what is this? Dense iron cuirass. That's the best piece of armor that we've seen for that can actually apply to the main character. Not bad. That was a good call. That was a good call. Oh, and we look different. For a change. For a change. Alright. Where's that repel? It's over here somewhere. There it is, right there. I really want to watch The Northman again. That movie is ingrained itself in my head for some odd reason. And I think it's mostly because I have to watch the last part. Like, it pulled a Game of Thrones on me at the end of the movie, and just suddenly switched to like this end movie scene that they've been talking about all movie, but I don't know how we got to the point where we were at that point. Like, did I miss something? Was there some kind of cataclysm that brought us to this event? The ironic thing is, like, all these perpetual things that were supposed to happen in the movie that got told about or talked about were, in a sense, coming to a culmination, a peak in the movie. And then all of a sudden, all these things that you were expecting to happen suddenly switched, and you're like, wait, how did I end up here? But being there for a few moments, you're like, you don't care, because you got to finish watching the rest of the movie because it was a really epic and awesome fight. It was a good fight. I appreciated it. The required preparations have been set. Are you ready to perform the ritual that will extract Karen's energy? Joining us is not a critical component, but I believe you would facilitate our focus. Would you also like to do us the honor of executing the final rite? After extracting the energy, we will only have a short time to use it, in which to use it to permanently destroy the land. Are we seriously going to go through with this? You heard the permanently part of that destroy the land clause, didn't you? She inhales deeply before exhaling with a rigid smile. But you are in charge, and I am just certain you'll do the right thing. Are we just gonna, like, throw down and ignore Ebb? I mean, I like her attitude because it's, like, very rebellious, but at the same time, she just can't go with the flow. I think she's still grumpy because we cut her head off last game. Let us begin. Excellent. In that case, I will signal for the ritual of the fallowing to commence. The disfavored lieutenant clears his throat and edges away from the cliff. I'll just take a step back for this one. He taps his staff once, twice, thrice on the ground. Let the land hear our cries. Oh, let the land hear our cries. He continues as Earthshakers gather, slowly changing around him. Let the land shudder and tremble. Let the land swallow Karen's legacy and choke on the power forevermore. Was that enough evil laughter? Maniacal evil laughter? Sir, the Scarlet Chorus are upon us! They've breached the perimeter! Oh, for Graven's glory! Radix succumbs his hand down to his visor. Sweat beads in the gaps of his armor. Thank you. Rouse the guild and defend the compound. Do not let the Scarlet Chorus... do not allow the Scarlet Chorus to interrupt the ritual, no matter the cost. Understood? He quickly glances to his brother. Cadus! The disfavored officer unsheathes his sword with gusto. He clanks heavily as he stomps forward. Me and my shield are on it. With a respectful nod, he rushes past you, eager for battle and already shouting for his soldiers. Radix affixes you with his stony, set expression. Fate Binder, we need you as well. If the chorus defeat us here, the disfavored's odds in this war will all be doomed. Do not let them halt the ritual. I'm not really sure, if we need an explanation. I think if we just nod silently, we'll just run off and go beat some Scarlet Chorus face to a pulp. Fatebinder, this is the utmost importance. This is of the utmost importance. Do you understand? Of course. Do not let them shatter the Azurlith nodes. If they dislodge one of the focal staves, it's imperative that you re-embed it into the node immediately. Else the charge, and thus the entire ritual, will be unstable. I have a lot going on in my head today. Children of Bodam's Are You Dead Yet is just rampantly running in my head. It's constantly there. I'm gonna have to change some of these spells soon. Mostly because they are, a lot of them are just different variations of the same spell. That guy went splat. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to skip this, but I don't think I will, just because it's strictly for dramatic effect. Fatebinder! You can't let the chorus halt the ritual! We've already siphoned too much telluric energy from Karen! If the geotriadic resonance of the Azurlith loads becomes disarrayed, the resulting backlash could kill Karn, and with him, our ability to ever blight this realm. Quickly, you must re-embed the focal staff of the Azurlith load to realign The spectral grid! That's what she said. Realign the southeastern node. Okay. There we go. Let's get it on! Do we come down here for the southeastern load? There we go.
To battle!
Your face is a battle. Oh, there we go. Right there.
Nobody saw that, right?
Woo! Oop. Splat. Nothing like a good splat. Real line. The western one, northeast. Well, wait. How are we supposed to realign the western one? Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Alright, don't dilly-dally. Unless you have to go loot something. Like this. Don't dilly-dally. Unless you're looting. That might be a...
Send me your champion.
Oops, hey. You think that's what they tell Russians? They said, don't dilly-dally. Unless you're looting.
Will do.
Alright. Got that.
Send them at me in waves. Smash to pieces.
Got it, buddy. In waves.
Right.
Nice. This is going surprisingly well.
Can't do that.
Stop that.
Sorry, I can't.
We could probably even take on the voices of Narad at this level. Oh, we were fighting the Scarlet Chorus. They attacked us during the ritual. And now that we've ended the edict... Ugh. Hold on, I'll be right back. And then I'm going to read this off in a very dramatic fashion, but I need to wet my whistle. Okay. A lot louder than I thought it was going to be. With the Archon of Stone's last shuddering breath, the Earth Shakers expel the whole of his life force mixed with his arcane energy. Now warped and twisted and thrust deep into the heart of the realm, a poisonous strike to forever rend the land. The edict breaks with an audible clap, and your stomach lurches from a sense of sudden weightlessness combined with an acrid tang in the back of your throat, an aftertaste of the rot that now infuses the land. It's done. The edict is no more, and we didn't blow up any of Tyrannus in the process. Lucky us. We did. We did it. The Edict of Stone is gone. At all cost was the health and future of an entire realm. But who's keeping track, right? The fall of an Archon and the death of a Knell of the Chorus. This is a rare day, but I am honored to stand at the center of it for the glory of Ash. Towards the wording of the edict pounds through your skull with a sort of clarity that usually comes from days of practice and repetition. It would seem that the Edict of Stone is now part of you. A word, Fatebinder. Lantry takes you aside, patting your shoulder. I wonder if you might entertain a quick question. Did you come back from your nap? Go ahead, Lantry. Wonderful. He dips his quill and starts writing on a sheet of vellum, focusing on you all the while. You've broken a number of Kairos edicts at this point, which is not a claim that many can make. How would you feel about what you've accomplished? Spare me no detail, please. This is for posterity. Anything that strikes you about the experience is invaluable to the Chronicle. Okay, well, we can be very humble. We can just be very straightforward. It's very we just blighted the whole middle section of this of this area of this campaign map that we're on. We ended an edict by blighting it, which you would think like we would do something to not do that. I don't know what you could do. To number 2, I'm taking something from the Overlord. I'm taking something from the Overlord. It feels strange. That didn't come out very well. Interesting. An interesting way to look at it, but consider that you're still drawing breath. If you truly stole from Kairos, that which Kairos did not want taken, you'd be in Karen's lot, right? One last question for now. How do you feel? Physically and mentally, I mean. I ask because there's very little precedent on the matter. You could define the symptoms and reactions for history as a whole. An arcane feat on this scale doesn't happen every day. The things I've accomplished are not the province of mortals. I guess my suggestion is 3. Because I read it off. Okay, 3, there we go. Landry taps his quill on his wrist. That's no small concern. If breaking these edicts is impacting your sanity or willpower, I would question how far you want to pursue this goal. He pauses to regard you and grin. Admittedly, such concerns never stopped me in the past. I would tell stories about some of the things I've read, except that I've worked very hard to forget them. I think I have what I need for now. Future readers of the Chronicle, thank you for your time and introspection. Landry stops writing and smiles. Not very often that Landry gets a nice, thick chunk to write about the Fate Binder. Ended the Edict of Stone. Man, nice. Now, all we need is the well, that doesn't increase the inventory that I had, it just reorganized it. Keep thinking this is what I'm looking for, but that's not it. Or you already know that one. Where is it in notes? That's cool. It keeps a biography of everything that you do. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's just like the intro story biography. It's not like a chronicle of everything that happens in game. I thought it was like a chronicle. I mean, technically you have like the quest chronicle right here, but I thought it expanded it more, like gave it a more first person feel. I'm really looking for the things for the spires since we're in the area, but I could not find them. I wonder if this is the actual insignia. I'm just foobarring it by looking at something that wasn't it. We're about to find out. I'm gonna follow this. Whatever's right here is what I'm gonna put on. Oops. There, having a whole bunch of y'all is. There we go. Oh. I keep thinking it's going to automatically fill that gap. But it doesn't. I guess that's not it. Where is the where is that thing? All right. Be fidgeting with this thing. What is this? The Howling Rock Runic Hall. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Well, here we go. It goes insides. All right. Make sure I got that right. Okay.
Will do.
Stop that. Oh no, that's not the right one. Okay. Oops, here we go. Ah, I got it. There we go. Let's go. Look at that. The now familiar light of the spire courses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vendrian's Well. You feel the ground beneath you fall away as you give into the warmth of the energy surrounding you. The dawning spire and howling rock gives you the impression of slow, inexorable movement, like a glacier of living stone. Unstoppable force moves at a pace that no eye could follow. The tower's very immobility is a pretense. With a triumphant heave, you feel the will of the spire stretch across the distance to link its power with Vendrian's Well. Amazing, you can see out east from here, across the continent. If we had a long distance peering device, I wonder if we'd see Kairos' next wave of invaders starting their journey. It's maybe for the better that I can't confirm my suspicions. For all the dangers you put me through, at least you take me to some lovely places. At some point, I want to wake up early and actually watch the sunrise from here. It'd be nice looking down at the sunrise for a change. Another spire added to your collection, which begs the question of how many strongholds one fate binder needs. I'll leave you to answer the hard questions. Such a cynical bastard. Oh, we only have one tower left to get. Should I get some... Should I do the training grounds or the forge? That's what I'm very curious about. Well, what do we want? The training grounds or the forge? I don't think either are really going to have a big difference or impact on the game thus far or in the future. Unless it comes to like buying, I guess hard to find items. And mostly if I buy anything, it ends up being additions for spells and things like that. But if I don't hear anything here in a moment, I'm just gonna like roll a d20 and we'll go odds, training grounds, even forge, and that way something gets made. So throw, hey Google. That'd be funny if you say hey Google and everybody's phone goes like bloop. 45-second countdown. And then when the countdown is done, I'll roll. All right. Here we go. Odd training grounds, even forge. We're odd, so training grounds. There we go. The Oddlands are the training grounds for.
Good day, Fatebinder. What do you need?
We need to talk to you. You're kind of a bitch. I don't need any of that information. What I need is this. Trainer. That sounds useful. Teach. Sure. We don't really need all these people. This was the tower. I ended up choosing training grounds for the spire upgrades. It's not really a necessary thing. I'm just going through the motions at the moment. Which I think if I had gone with the other one, library, Ocean Spire, that we probably had would have had some better choices on things to choose, but oh well. It's really not that big of a deal. Besides that, I can just loot everything. That always makes me happy. Take all the loot. Wait, didn't I just pick up a thing? There we go. Piercing force, right there. Another great axe that nobody will use. Highs for... Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now... Oh, you know what? We can't go there yet. That's where we want to go anyways. This is the one that was giving me trouble.
Have a look here.
I'll take it. There we go. All the spires are now unlocked. They're all ours. Yes! Ah, the now familiar light of the spire courses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vendrian's Well. You feel the ground beneath you fall away as you give into the warmth of the energy surrounding you. The aura spire and gulf glow feels violent and unsettled, like it would claw itself from the earth if it had the strength. Yeah, right? We did it. The stones, though clean, feel slick with blood. Something of the ritual and turmoil of the stone sea has warped the isolated place over the years. You feel energy well up from the ground with reckless enthusiasm. Form a bond with Vendrian's Well. Logically, I know I'm standing on solid rock, but this place has my balance askew. I keep feeling the stones beneath my feet shift and roll ever so slightly. I'd say I'm losing my mind, but I'd chalk it all up to the lingering effects of the Edict of Stone. It's time. Is it me, or is the magical field of the spire in motion, churning? This place seems to come alive with your presence, just like the mountain spire did. Only here, instead of a constant arcane hum, it's more of an intermittent scrape and shout. Isn't a steady hum, but an erratic choir. Maybe waterfall? All I know for sure is that one of these days, I'm going to write a treatise on the spires that will be the envy of, well, the handful of sages still left. I can still smell the beastmen from up here. Their stench is as powerful as an edict. Barrick, you're a downer. I guess we only got one choice, which is build a forge. We now have all the forges. Let me throw some upgrades on here. Master Trainer. Let's hire the unique weapons guy. Ingots are always useful. Smith, who provides iron ingot. Oh, wait, nope. Trainer. Oh, here, you. And I'm sure I'll run out of people I can hire soon. Alright, I think that's all I can hire anyways. So I filled that place up, that's for sure. Sigil of Piercing. Select a weapon or armor from your inventory. Oh, okay. Here. How about these? Can I upgrade them again? I don't know what I wasted on that. It's just, it's like, oh look, I can upgrade something. Let's upgrade it. And I upgraded some crappy Bloodchanter bracers to Masterwork, which it gives me a bonus to fire and slash damage, but not to pierce and frost, which is okay. I'm not sure I need to spend the time upgrading everything, but oh, wow, we can upgrade epic weapons. Exquisite, okay, up to Masterwork. Oh, that's totally worth it. That was definitely worth it. I think the weapon selection choice there was definitely worth it. Well, I don't have enough to upgrade that. Because that's what I really need to upgrade. How about this? Oh. Common. Fine. Landry's Quill. Oh, we weren't done yet. I guess I'm gonna need some more iron ingots. That's a nice little upgrade. I didn't realize. I've played this game for years. That's the first time I've ever upgraded any kind of weapons. I feel ridiculous for not being more proactive about this situation, considering what it gave back. So. Oh, okay. Fair. It is what it is. I'm not gonna try and cry over spilt milk or anything like that. Or lost gains in the past.
Hold a moment. See that?
Your mom sees that. Ardent bronze sword, okay. Wait, okay, so I got some more iron ingots. I think that allows me to upgrade some more of her stuff, right? And let's see if we can upgrade Lantry's weapon right here. Just a little bit more. There we go. I have 3 left. Will Lantry, I'm glad we upgraded your weapon quite a bit. I'm very happy about that. I'm actually very, very happy we upgraded weapons. Oh, can't wait for the next campaign. Holy moly. Barrack is the only person who hasn't reached a level this. Alright, so we have all the spires, which is awesome. Which leaves us down to either search and rescue, Way to the Aegis, which Barrack is which is the quest for removing Barrack's steel armor, which he doesn't want to because it goes against the Archons. Trial of Archons, I guess we're still gathering evidence until a culmination of being called upon from Tunon. Truth and Reconciliation. This is back in Bastard's Wound, which I still have not researched yet to figure out how we do it, which could end up being tonight. Speak with Radix at Howling Rock. Okay, there we go. Howling Rock is at Dawnspire. Instantaneous. Oh, this place is very doomy and gloomy. Oh, it's at nighttime. I was wondering if I could like change the time of the day, but it doesn't let me. You never know what a game will offer you in like small little things like that. It's like, oh yeah, you want to change the time of day? What is it, the Nintendo Switch? What is that game that you have to change the time on if you want to play at a different time during the game? Oh, I think it's Animal Crossing, which is always in sync with what your local time is. So it's always like, oh, it's nighttime where you're at? Well, it's nighttime in the game. Alright, Radix. We got off on our own little tangent about acquiring the spires, but let's get back to this. There it is. Fatebinder, you could have been more instrumental in our cause. We were able to successfully extract Karn's energy and blight the land for the next millennia to come. Suffice to say, the General will be pleased. Lovely. A millennia. I helped foul the land for 1,000 fucking years. She buries her hand in her head. At least we slowed the chorus a little? Oh, fuck it all. His tone is shrewd and assessing when he next speaks. And it would appear you personally benefited from breaking the Edict of Stone. Though to what end I cannot even fathom. I dare say our time together has proven somewhat symbiotic, if not wholly beneficial to you, Fatebinder. He taps his heel against the crumbling rock in thought. Karn is now deceased, though there yet remains a tinge of power within him to be harvested. Should you have use for it, consider it a sign of my favorable appraisal. Could that be a generous gesture from the Iron Core himself? Must have taken some resolve not to drain every last drop, Commander. Yes, and I'm sure you are well. Resolve is not an area in which I'm lacking. Yeah, don't worry about playing other games. Just play this one. This is the only game you ever need. Anything less is uncivilized. Are we gonna nod our gratitude or shrug that it's finished? What? All right. I'm gonna harvest a piece of Karn. Return to Graven Ash. There we go. This is a very eventful evening. I remember correctly, Graven Ash is always in Ironhearth.
Sorry, I can't.
I tried this AI dungeon app the other day, or program. And it was really silly. Like, because my character in the game was so low skilled, I ended up being a mage who was a cook in a tavern, and my largest adventure was cooking in the tavern. It was really ridiculous and kind of disappointing, but when I think about it now, I'm like, ha ha ha, that was really silly. But I don't feel like I really got anything out of it. Oh, alright. Let's get on to some Graven Ash here. Some serious stuff. Fatebinder. I felt something indescribable pass through me just before your arrival. Emotions of great rage and pain, followed by a moment of lingering sorrow. I suspect that something has been lost, and Taradas herself strains in the absence. Ash winces and rubs his brow. I understand that both of the spires jutting up from the azure are now under your control. It would seem that impossible feats are no mystery to the likes of you, and presses for Tunon's minion. Do not allow yourself to be swept up by the esteem and the glory of this achievement. Were you a soldier of mine, I would temper your pride with modesty. I think 2 or 3 are some pretty good choices, but you know, I don't mind rubbing it in the face of Ash either. Of like saying, "Hey, one, what are you gonna do with the big whoop? What would you do with the spire?" The irony of this evening was I had more followers before my characters leveled up, and when my characters leveled up, we lost followers. Okay, we didn't technically lose followers, they just stopped viewing, so we lost viewers. Yeah, lost viewers. That's what it was. Three. Here we go. Karen is dead. Karen. Well, I gotta say this in the Scottish way. Okay. So it's not the Scottish way. It's how I was taught to speak at a Ren fair to be Scot. So any like K's and C's and stuff, you kind of like have to cough them. It's like car, car, Khan, Khan is dead. Osh. Khan is dead. Osh. Karn is dead. Osh. I'm sure one of those was good enough. The Archon of Stone fallen. Ash turns his gaze out to Ironhearth, settling it on nothing. Thank you, Fatebinder. This was a long time coming. Karn's betrayal was inexcusable, and a death sentence from a lawful hand is no more or less than you deserve. What's more, you are to be commended for resolving an edict of Kairos and putting down an Archon at once. He pulls the end of his beard and frowns. I have a sneaky suspicion that that was Graven's friend, despite him doing something that didn't follow Kairos rules. That Graven Ash couldn't even help the fact that he was connected to Karn. On to the next order of business. What happens to the Scarlet Chorus from here? The crops grown from our enemies will have withered on the vine. By now, the Archon's forces are clutching their stomachs and tightening their belts as we starve them out. Ash stands tall and beams at the thought. Party received Ash's finery, a fair reward for more than fair service to the Legion. Ash nods with gratitude and hands you a heavy hammer wrapped in cloth. The Earthshakers and Forgebound conceived of this, and I can think of no wielder more deserving than you, Fatebinder. Talls, it's you right there. Because you made most of these choices. You led most of this here. Fatebinder, no time for pleasantries or ceremony. Your spire is under attack. The Scarlet Chorus have ramped up their offensive and they mean to topple your stronghold, with you atop it if need be. I feared something like this might happen. As an act of desperation from the voices of Narat, he's either too much of a coward to attack Ironhearth, or his forces are too weak. Either way, you'll need to answer this with the threat of blood. Alright, we can take the position of authority 3. 1, take the position of being a good soldier with 1, and on 2 we could take the I don't know if I'm in charge yet, so explain yourself to me, number 2. Oh, 1, I'll be off at once. Let's get it on! Fatebinder Romulus. Dear Fatebinder, damaged. You ended an edict, and now you have ended an Archon. I know none of this court had such expectations for you when the Adjudicator initially brought you among us. So many surprises in so short a span. You fascinate. While he lived, Karn was a singular being, a titanic man born of the womb of Taranis herself. To hear some tell it, while none still living can provide an account of that birth, you bore witness to his demise. Indeed, you precipitated it. I ask that you indulge my scholar's curiosity. What passed between you and the Archons of Stone in those final moments? Did the ground tear itself asunder as a widow rends her garments? Did the mountains groan a panegyric to their champion? Were they any Were there any final words from Karn, spoken or inscribed? Does a crystal that reportedly protrudes from the cliff face throw out azure glimmer, or has it darkened? I watch eagerly for your bird, Fatebinder, Ruggles. Do you want to be nice? And just describe? Do you want to, like, brag? Or we just straight up lie to him? Spark had his doggy shots today. And, been kind of under the weather for it. And while we're waiting on this, and this will be very fast. Wait. Whoa. Second one? Okay. Brag about selling an Archon. Yeah. Alright, I will be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Alright. It is 10:17 my time. And I normally turn this the stream off at 10:30. Usually because 10:30 is, well, I'm usually tired by then, and the bulk of followers or viewers like come in and leave by then. But if we want to keep going, I mean, we're at a decent stopping point for the most part. But I kind of want to go rescue the tower. Do we want to rescue the tower, or we want to save the tower for tomorrow night? I think that's the biggest question is, do we want to save the tower for tomorrow night, And that'll be the beginning of tomorrow. Or do we want to dig into it tonight and be ready for whatever big epicness the game has for us after that, for tomorrow's episode? I don't even know which tower is being attacked. Oh, Vendrian's well. So, yeah, let's just get a little bit of input in there before we make a decision. And that way, tomorrow when the stream starts, 7:30, your time too. That we'll know exactly where we're gonna be and where the stream is gonna start, so we can be prepared. Oh, I think I might have lost my secondary there. I think I lost my second vote. Okay. Here's the deal. I lost, I guess, my second vote, or my input. I got a notification. Oh, it's all about curator self-care, which isn't a particular thing for me. I'm not technically considered in that classification. All right, I'm going to save this tomorrow with the help of viewers. We're going to defend our Spire. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for playing. buy some loot, buy some junk. I'm gonna find some way to put little tags on the screen so you can do that. And a website so you can buy stuff. Otherwise, thanks for viewing, thanks for playing, thanks for following. Click like, subscribe, follow, and yeah, have a good night or day or even whenever you're watching this. So, thank you for joining and having fun. I appreciate you, all of you. I love seeing you in chat. Come in, hang out, crack jokes, buy loot. Call me Walmart Triple H. I'm fine with that. Amongst all the other shit that comes along with streams. So, you guys have a great night. I will see you